Somewhere in the ocean right now, a shrimp is creating a star with its bare hand. A jellyfish is technically living forever. And a microscopic creature is floating in the vacuum of outer space, with no suit, no oxygen, completely fine. These aren't comic book characters. These are real animals, on Earth, right now. And by the time this video ends, you will never look at nature the same way again. Number 10. 10. The tardigrade. Unkillable. Forget everything you think makes life fragile. The tardigrade, nicknamed the water bear, is less than 1 millimeter long. You've probably inhaled one before without knowing it. Here's what this microscopic thing can survive. Boiling water. Absolute zero, the coldest temperature in the universe. Radiation 50 times the lethal human dose. The crushing pressure of the deep ocean floor. And then NASA sent them to open space. No suit, no protection. Just raw cosmic vacuum and solar radiation. They came back fine. Scientists have revived tardigrades that had been completely dormant, not dead, paused, for 30 years. Added water, they woke up, started walking around, completely unbothered. This isn't an animal, this is a biological god stuffed into a body the size of a comma. But if surviving anything is impressive, wait until you meet something that can punch through physics. Number 9. The mantis shrimp, a fist that creates suns. The mantis shrimp is the size of your finger, and it strikes its prey with the force of a .22 caliber bullet. Its club accelerates at 10,000 Gs, so fast it doesn't just crush shells, it boils the water around it. The strike creates a collapsing vacuum bubble that flashes hotter than the surface of the sun, for a fraction of a millisecond. 2 shockwaves hit the prey, the punch, then the explosion. Some mantis shrimp have shattered aquarium glass, with a single strike. But that's not even the most terrifying part. Humans see 3 color channels: red, green, blue. We think that's the world. The mantis shrimp sees 16. Ultraviolet, infrared, types of polarized light that don't even have names in human language. Scientists have studied its visual system for decades and still can't fully explain what it actually perceives. It doesn't just fight in a different world, it lives in one. A visual reality we can't access, imagine, or even describe. But what if an animal didn't just fight better? What if it simply never died? Number 8. The immortal jellyfish. Death cancelled. Every living thing dies. That is the one rule biology has never broken. Until Turritopsis dohrnii. The immortal jellyfish looks like floating glass, barely there. But when it gets old, injured, or stressed, it doesn't die. It reverts. Its cells transform backwards. Adult cells become juvenile cells. The jellyfish restarts its entire life cycle from scratch, as if aging never happened. It can do this indefinitely. Imagine if at 80 years old, you could simply choose to become a baby again, reset completely, live another full life, and another, and another. Scientists call this transdifferentiation. Biologists studying it believe the implications for human cancer treatment and aging research are genuinely staggering. The cure for death might already exist. It might be a tiny, transparent blob drifting in the Mediterranean Sea, doing something biologically impossible every time the mood strikes it. Now, you've seen indestructible, you've seen immortal. Ready for violent? Number 7. The horned lizard, the living weapon. The horned lizard does not run from predators. It does something that makes predators question every decision they've ever made. When threatened, this small desert lizard tightens the muscles around its own eyes, restricting blood flow from the head until pressure builds beyond what the vessels can hold. And then it shoots blood from its eyelids. Not a drop, a pressurized stream, targeted, up to 5 feet. And the blood isn't just blood. It contains chemical compounds so specifically repulsive to canine predators, coyotes, wolves, dogs, that they immediately retreat and refuse to approach again. The lizard loses up to 1/3 of its total blood volume in seconds, then casually walks away, replenishes, acts like nothing happened. This isn't a defense mechanism. It's a biological weapon that would get you arrested in 12 countries. But shooting blood from your face seems almost reasonable compared to what the next animal does with nothing but its voice. Number 6. The lyrebird, the thief of sound. In the rainforests of Australia, something is making sounds that shouldn't exist. The lyrebird doesn't just sing, it duplicates. Other birds, chainsaws, camera shutters, car alarms, construction drills, human voices. Its vocal organ is so precise that recordings of lyrebirds mimicking machinery have fooled scientists who thought they were listening to the real machines. It processes incoming audio and reconstructs it in real time, with an accuracy that makes the world's best audio engineers look like amateurs. But here's the detail that haunts me. There are forests in Australia that haven't heard chainsaws in over 20 years. And the lyrebirds there are still teaching the chainsaw sound to their young, passing down human noise like a cultural tradition, like a folk song. It isn't just mimicking the world, it's archiving it. But the next animal doesn't just process sound, it weaponizes physics itself. Number 5. The pistol shrimp, hand of God. A shrimp, tiny, translucent, unremarkable, snaps its claw and creates a star. Not a metaphor, not an exaggeration. The pistol shrimp closes its claw so fast it rips water molecules apart, creating a cavitation bubble, a pocket of near-perfect vacuum that collapses in under a millisecond. In that collapse, a shockwave, a flash of visible light, and a temperature spike that briefly matches the surface of the sun. Scientists call it sonoluminescence, the conversion of sound and pressure into stellar-level heat and light. This shrimp generates nuclear-adjacent conditions on a Tuesday afternoon in a shallow tide pool with its hand. We can barely replicate this in particle accelerators. The shrimp was born knowing how. Now brace yourself, because the next animal doesn't just wield power, it feels things we've built satellites to detect. Number 4. The elephant, the ones who feel everything. Elephants hear with their feet. Infrasound, frequencies too low for any human ear, travels through the earth for hundreds of kilometers. Elephants detect it through their foot pads and jawbones and use it to communicate across distances that would require satellites to replicate. They've been documented evacuating valleys hours before flash floods struck, before any instrument registered the incoming storm. They feel the planet breathe. But here's what moves scientists most. Elephants return to the bones of their dead. Not once, for years, sometimes decades. They find the skeleton of a family member and run their trunks over the skull and tusks, slowly, deliberately. They don't do this with strangers, only family. They grieve, they remember, they mourn, and they feel vibrations in the earth that human technology still cannot fully simulate. But compared to our next animal, an elephant's abilities are a parlor trick. Number 3. The octopus, a different kind of mind. 3 hearts, blue blood, 9 brains, 1 central brain, and then 1 brain in each arm, each capable of tasting, sensing, and making decisions without consulting the center. The arms operate semi-independently. The octopus doesn't control them so much as negotiate with them. Its skin contains millions of pigment cells it controls like pixels, letting it match any color, texture, and pattern within milliseconds. Not minutes, milliseconds. It can ripple patterns across its entire body, create moving illusions, impersonate rocks, coral, seafloor, all simultaneously. It has no skeleton. It can pour itself through any gap larger than its beak, the only hard part of its body. And here's what should genuinely keep you up at night. The octopus evolved its intelligence completely separately from every other intelligent creature on Earth. Every smart animal we know, mammals, birds, share a common evolutionary lineage. Their brains come from the same family tree. The octopus's intelligence arose independently, hundreds of millions of years later, on an entirely different branch. We don't have one model of intelligence on this planet. We have 2, and we've barely studied the second one. But even the octopus bows to what comes next. Number 2. The migratory bird, wired to the planet. Every year, billions of birds fly thousands of miles, alone, at night, through cloud cover, with no landmarks and no trail. And they land within meters of where they were born. How? They feel the earth. Migratory birds possess magnetoreception, the ability to detect the planet's magnetic field as a directional signal. Some scientists believe they don't just sense it, they see it. Quantum proteins in their eyes may render magnetic field lines as a visual overlay on their normal vision. A heads-up display, hardwired to the planet's molten core. a robin navigating from Scandinavia to sub-Saharan Africa in total darkness, is running GPS hardware that took humanity until 1970 to approximate. And even then, we needed 17 satellites and a global power grid. These birds have it in their eyes, from birth, free. But our number one animal doesn't just use one superpower. It watches yours, and then becomes you. Number 1. The mimic octopus, the strategist. Meet the mimic octopus. It lives in the shallow tropical waters of Southeast Asia. It's small, soft, completely defenseless in a conventional sense. And it is the most tactically intelligent creature we've ever documented. Most camouflage animals blend into backgrounds. The mimic octopus doesn't blend. It transforms into other animals. A lionfish approaches. The octopus spreads its arms, turns brown-striped, and mimics the lionfish's venomous silhouette. A flatfish threatens. It flattens itself and undulates along the seafloor in perfect imitation. A sea snake comes close. Two arms extend, stripe up black and white, while the rest of the body hides in a hole. It identifies the predator, selects the most threatening possible disguise for that specific threat, performs it in under a second. That is not instinct. Instinct doesn't choose. Instinct doesn't strategize. This is a creature with a brain the size of a walnut, no bones, no spine, making tactical, real-time decisions to psychologically deceive intelligent predators. It isn't just surviving, it is outsmarting. And it has been doing this, quietly, in waters humans rarely visit, long before we had a word for intelligence. We've spent centuries assuming we're the cleverest, toughest, most capable things on this planet. And then there's a shrimp making stars, a jellyfish that forgot how to die, an octopus negotiating with its own arms. Nature didn't just give these creatures abilities, it gave them superpowers we haven't even begun to understand. Which one broke your brain? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more videos that make the universe feel impossible and incredible at the same time, you already know the button. Hit it. We're not done.